President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that just as the primary problem in the country was resolved in 4 years, development which had fallen behind would be taken forward with vision. The President notes that the greatest tribute that can be paid to war heroes who laid down their lives for their motherland is to protect the peace that has been won. The President made these statements at the 5th Victory Day celebrations held today.
The Victory Day celebrations marking 5 years since the defeat of terrorism were held on the Matara Beach today. The celebrations commenced following the hoisting of the national flag by the President. The national anthem was then sung by 40 men and women from the armed forces, the police and the civil defence force. A minute silence was then observed in remembrance of all war heroes who sacrificed their lives for the country. Subsequently, the armed forces paid salutations to the President. A 21-gun salute was also observed. Four officers and 96 ranking personnel then provided a guard of honor for the President. Subsequently, the President observed the victory parade.
I must state fearlessly that we will meet every challenge without fear and claim victory. Our undertaking to ensure democracy in Sri Lanka cannot be belittled. We have been able to hold the Northern Provincial Council election after 30 years and have ensured the people's democratic right. In our era, not only did we free the country without censoring the media in any way, we also gave journalists the freedom to enter the battlefield. This freedom has been broadened today. We know today that the people of the world have faith in our motherland. In the recent past, only 400,000 tourists would visit the country in an entire year. Today that number is 1.7 million. Foreigners are coming to Sri Lanka and are travelling everywhere. There are 2 million Sri Lankan tourists. The President also remarked on the recent mass kidnapping of schoolgirls by Boko Haram militants in Nigeria. A news item that has grabbed the attention of the world media at present is the recent kidnapping of a group of Nigerian children by terrorists. In our country, the Tigers forcefully abducted thousands of children over 30 years. I believe close to 600 children came into the custody of the army in the final stages. We took steps to repatriate them with their parents and their families and to send them to school just like children anywhere else in the world. Some countries are blind to this. They are deaf and dumb to this.
මේවා ගැන සමහර රටවල් අන්ධයි. මේවා ගැන ගොළුයි. මේවා ගැන බිහිරි.
Speaking further, the President expressed these views.
පාර්ලිමේන්තු තේරීම් කාර්ක සභාව පත් කළා තියෙනවා.
A Parliament Select Committee has been appointed. At times when a national problem arises, that is the best place to reach agreement. It is the duty of all democratic parties to come there and discuss matters. We must create space to remove the fear and suspicion that permeated the people over 30 years. We can see how the number of people moving from north to south and south to north is increasing every day. It is a new nation that is being built. The more understanding and coexistence there is between communities, the easier it becomes to take decisions. The solution becomes easy. A solution without harmony will only be temporary. It is evident that certain persons are trying to take away this harmony and deprive us of it. If we respect the war heroes who gave their lives for this country and you, then we must all protect this peace and harmony. Remember that they left us so we could have a nation undivided. They departed so we could build a nation that will never depart. Let us all aspire to live in our motherland without betraying even a drop of the peace that we were given. That is the greatest tribute you can give them. I wish you all a bright future and may the Triple Gem bless you all.
එයයි ඔබට කළ හැකි ලොකුම ගෞරවය. ඔබ සැමට සුබ අනාගතයක්. ඔබට තෙරුවන් සරණයි.
Following the President's address to the nation, the 5th Victory Day Parade commenced with the participation of 648 officers and 7,535 ranking personnel representing the three armed forces, the police and the civil defence force. Armoured vehicles of the Sri Lanka Army also joined the procession. While members of the armed forces marched on land, aircraft of the Sri Lanka Air Force and vessels of the Sri Lanka Navy joined in the procession by air and sea. The 5,000-foot descent of Army paratroopers onto the beach was another notable feature of the Victory Day celebrations.